Marcus Aurelius did not scream his strength. He whispered it into the pages of his journal, Meditations. In those quiet pages, written not for the world but for his own soul, lies one of the most powerful lessons of Stoicism: when to walk away and why to never look back. He wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. But what if a place, a relationship, or a pursuit is no longer right? What if it no longer reflects truth?" The Stoic knows, you do not fight the current of fate. You step away from the illusion that you control it. To walk away is not to lose. It is to choose. It is the conscious refusal to remain in what diminishes your reason, your dignity, or your virtue. Marcus knew that every breath is an act of investment. You spend your life not in decades, but in moments. And each moment given to a place unworthy of your soul is a silent betrayal of who you are becoming. Leaving is not cowardice. It is clarity. It is the realization that staying would be to linger in decay. The tree that no longer grows must not blame the forest. It must seek new soil. And so, the emperor who ruled the world understood this. Dominion over the self is greater than dominion over an empire. If the self requires silence, solitude, or separation, then let the world burn behind you. But do not look back, for what you leave behind was already lost. In a world obsessed with permanence, Marcus Aurelius taught impermanence. Everything you see will soon alter and cease to exist. Think of how many changes you've already seen. The universe is change. Life is opinion. To walk away is to master the art of letting go. And letting go is the essence of Stoic strength. Attachments, to comfort, to people, to identity, become chains. We think we need them, but in truth, they weigh us down. Marcus did not advocate emotional coldness. He taught rational clarity, to love without clinging, to serve without enslaving the self, to participate in the world while remaining untouched by its illusions. You walk away when your presence becomes self-betrayal. You walk away when peace becomes impossible and virtue compromised. And in doing so, you declare, "I am not what I possess. I am not who I please. I am not where I am who I choose to be." This is not indifference. This is power. It is the ability to smile at the loss, to bless the ending, and to find dignity not in acquisition, but in departure. Marcus Aurelius walked through wars, betrayal, illness, and political chaos. Yet he remained centered, because he knew what to hold and what to release. You must do the same. There is a moment, subtle but sharp, when your soul whispers, "Enough. You've stayed too long." In the relationship, in the job, in the argument, in the past. And every day you linger past that moment, you shrink. Marcus Aurelius warned against self-neglect. Take full account of what thou wouldest be, and then do what thou oughtest to be. To stay where you don't belong is to postpone that becoming. We are trained to endure, to suffer longer, to prove ourselves through sacrifice. But endurance is only noble when it serves truth. When it serves illusion, it is cowardice. Walking away is not quitting. It is quitting the game you never needed to play. It is leaving the stage where the performance no longer aligns with your role in the universe. There is a cost to staying. It is your time, your energy, your essence. And often it is paid in silence, in the tightening of the chest, the erosion of passion, the quiet death of authenticity. Marcus knew the price of too much loyalty to broken systems. He led Rome not by clinging to illusions, but by adapting to reality. You too must learn that strength is not proven by how long you endure discomfort, but how quickly you respond to inner truth. There is no perfect sign, no celestial message, no universal checklist. But Marcus Aurelius left us clues. Ask yourself at every moment, is this necessary? Does what I am doing now reflect the values I claim to hold? Am I keeping my soul in harmony with nature? These questions are keys. When the answer begins to crack, when you notice that your daily life no longer reflects your inner compass, it is time to walk away, not to flee, but to realign, not to escape, but to return to yourself. When your presence begins to cost your peace, leave. When your loyalty becomes self-betrayal, leave. When silence speaks louder than argument, listen, then leave. The moment to go often arrives before the mind is ready, but the soul always knows. You feel it in the tension that won't release, in the conversations that repeat, in the dreams that begin to fade. That is not weakness, it is guidance. Marcus Aurelius trusted nature. He trusted the logos, the divine order in all things, and so should you. When nature pulls you away, it is not cruelty, it is course correction. To walk away is not just to leave a place, it is to abandon illusions, to shed identities, to unlearn conditioning. Marcus Aurelius understood that our suffering often comes not from the world, but from our expectations of it. You suffer because you are acting as though what is happening to you is something new. So when you walk away, you leave behind more than situations. You leave behind the stories you told yourself. That your worth depends on someone else's approval. That your value is tied to your productivity. That endurance is always strength. You let go of the noise, the judgment, the need to explain yourself. Marcus did not chase validation. He chased virtue. He did not cling to roles. He embodied character. Leaving becomes liberation. You walk away not with bitterness, but with grace. You do not slam the door. You simply stop standing in it. You leave behind what was never truly yours, and you reclaim what always was. Your integrity, your clarity, your inner peace. The Stoic accepts this truth. To live rightly, you will often walk alone. To follow your conscience, you must risk criticism. And to walk away from what is common requires uncommon strength. Marcus Aurelius was not always understood, even as emperor. But he reminded himself, do not waste the remainder of your life in thoughts about others, what they do, what they say, what they think. When you walk away, some will not understand. They may accuse, question, or scorn you. Let them. Your path is not theirs to approve. This is the ultimate test of sovereignty. Can you bear the weight of disapproval and still remain aligned? Can you be doubted by others and still be faithful to yourself? The courage to walk away includes the courage to be misjudged. It is the choice to disappoint others rather than betray your soul. It is the quiet audacity to say, I do not need you to understand me. I only need to be true. Marcus did not need to be liked. He needed to be good. So must you. All walking away is also a walking toward. You leave the noise and find stillness. You leave confusion and find clarity. You leave shadows and move toward light. Marcus Aurelius never told us to live a life of constant departure. He taught us to live a life of constant return. to reason, to virtue, to the self. When you walk away from the wrong thing, you create space for the right thing. Not always immediately, but inevitably. Life rewards alignment, not attachment. Let your steps be sacred. Let your leaving be intentional. Let your back be turned, not in anger, but in reverence for what's ahead. And never look back, not because you are cold, but because you have chosen warmth. Not because you are proud, but because you are finally free. The path is forward. Marcus Aurelius walked it. So can you.